Hey everybody, Travis here with Asian Favorites. I want to welcome you all back to the channel. Thanks everybody for watching. So today I'm going to teach you how to make one of my absolute favorite dipping sauces, that being spicy mayo. I recently went to an Italian restaurant and I ordered some calamari and it came out with this dipping sauce, spicy mayo, and it was so underwhelming that I thought I need to do a video on this. Generally, most spicy mayo dipping sauces will stop at about 3 or 4 ingredients and it's so bland. Today I'm going to show you how to add some great additional layers of flavor that really is not difficult to make. So, what goes great with spicy mayo sauce? Generally, I love this with any type of tempura, calamari, crab cakes, fish cakes, anything that's generally seafood and deep fried goes well with this. It's super easy to make and I promise you it's going to be a level above anything you've tried at most restaurants. Thanks everybody for watching. Let's get started. So for our spicy mayo sauce, today we're going to be starting off with about 1 cup of mayonnaise. You do not want to use Miracle Whip. You definitely want to use real mayonnaise. Then I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons of Sriracha sauce. I like this particular brand. It's actually a Thai brand because it has just the right amount of sweetness in it that we're looking for. So we're going to add about 4 tablespoons of our Sriracha here. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in about 1 tablespoon of honey. Now you could use regular sugar if you wanted to. I like using honey just because I like the flavor that it gives the Sriracha. Give that a mix. This is so simple to make. From here we're going to add in about 1 tablespoon of fresh lemon. You could use lime if you wanted to, but I really love lemon, mainly because lemon is often used in seafoods and usually this particular sauce is used for seafoods. That's why I'm using lemon. So about 1 tablespoon. Squeeze this. That's probably enough. Now, beyond this, this is what you're normally going to find in most restaurants for spicy mayo sauce. Just these 4 ingredients. They may not even use honey. They may just end up using sugar. And it will taste just okay, bland when you're eating it with something deep fried. Generally deep fried foods taste good, so this is going to complement it. But now I'm going to add in just some additional ingredients that I know are going to take it to the next level and really add some additional layers of flavor that are much needed in this. So the next thing that I'm going to be adding is about 1 teaspoon of wasabi powder. Now if you wanted to, you could go and you could substitute this out for about 1 teaspoon or 1.5 teaspoons of horseradish, which is essentially the same type of pungent taste that's going to add to this, but I like the wasabi powder a little bit better, but we're going to go ahead and add this. So 1 teaspoon here. Then we're going to go ahead and add in 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You could use real garlic if you wanted to and finely chop it. Then I'm just going to add in a pinch of salt, maybe 2 pinches of salt. Now I'm going to add in chili sauce with garlic. I like chili sauce with garlic. This is going to give it a little bit more spice, not a lot, but the Sriracha sauce that I'm using really isn't too spicy, so this is just going to add a little bit to it. And it has garlic in it also, which is going to add a little bit more flavor, so just about 1 teaspoon of this. And then lastly, I'm going to be adding sesame oil. Now, sesame oil, this is pure sesame oil, but sesame oil, a little of it goes a long way, so you won't need very much. I'm only going to add in maybe a few drops of this. And this you will smell immediately. It smells wonderful, and it's kind of going to give it a little bit of an Asian flair to it. So now all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and mix this up until it's well incorporated, and then we will be done. And for this, because the honey is a little bit thick, you may have to mix it maybe about 5 minutes just to make sure that all of the sweetness is incorporated well into our spicy mayo sauce, but it shouldn't take beyond 5. And I should mention that this particular sauce has about a 2-week shelf life in the refrigerator, so if you're busy and you're making this for some kind of gathering, make it ahead of time, put it in the refrigerator. And I always recommend that this particular sauce, that you actually leave it sit for about an hour in the refrigerator before serving so that the flavors really start to meld. So our spicy mayo here is all mixed well. It looks great. The only thing I want to say before we stop here is that if you were going to be using this with crab cakes, I would recommend adding just a little bit of Old Bay to it, just because I think it complements and works so well with any type of seafood. I'm going to be actually using this with something else, so I'm not going to add the Old Bay, but I'm just going to plate it here and take a taste and show you what it looks like here. Spicy mayo is one of my absolute favorite sauces. And I should tell you, this particular recipe that I gave you will yield about 1 cup. I'm going to go ahead and just give this a taste. I already know that it tastes great because I've made it before. I am sure that you will absolutely love this. Tastes so much better than what I recently had in the Italian restaurant. This is definitely a sure to please recipe. The next time you're making anything tempura with seafood, do me a favor and try this recipe. I know that you will absolutely love it. Thanks everybody for watching. I will leave the recipe link in the description below.